And now we're getting ready for the next fight in the 125 pounds female flyweight. Representing the blue corner, we have the Indian Nishinganda Rao versus Daria from Russia. As you know, Russians are known for their excellent background in wrestling. And we have the Indians, who are relatively new to the sport, but MMA is very much growing there. So this should be an interesting bout. Let's see how it goes between the two ladies. Shout out to all of the ladies representing their countries at the highest level. It's quite an honor.
And her opponent in the red corner, representing Tunisia, Abdi Maria.
Russian national team coming in with a very strong team. Think about it as people assume that the level may not be very high at the amateur, but this is the highest level. Some people stay at amateur winning for over 10 years, a decade. You see, the difference between amateur and pro is a set of rules that are allowed for pros and not for amateurs, like elbows and heel hooks and more dangerous techniques. But that doesn't take anything away from the amateurs level, especially when it's at the highest level. Hosted right here in Bahrain, for that matter. First time in history.
Now shortly entering cage number 2 in the female division.
Here we go. Russia versus India. Daria versus Rao.
And her opponent in the red corner, representing Romania, Gita Lulia.
Referee making sure with the athletes, ensuring their safeties, running through some last-minute regulations. Yes. Here we go. And our first round between the representative from India and the representative from Russia. Fighters resting. Rest is 1 minute. Rounds are 3 minutes. These are 3 rounds. This is the second.
Oh, okay, perfect, thanks.
strong showing by our Russian athlete, Daria. Trying to get that double leg takedown, but she gave away her back. Rao from India taking her down. But with 10 seconds left in the round, it doesn't seem that Rao will be able to finish the Russian athlete, Daria. Those are the hooks from the back. Can she finish a choke from there? The next round, the 17 IMMAF World Championship in these, and they evaluate each round individually, and the person who's there we go, and something of an upset. The fight goes to the Indian athlete Nishinganda Rao. Congratulations to India. As you can see, lots of women from the female category are going down today. All right, congratulations to India. Excellent showing by the athlete from India, Nishiganda. Wow, wow. Looks like after a short intermission, we'll be moving on to our next fight, the third fight in this ring. Guys, don't forget that on Friday we are going to have the 9th edition of Brave, the MMA Federation event that was created by His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, who's behind MMA entirely in Bahrain. He has brought the sport to Bahrain, and he has pioneered the sport and has taken it to a different level. We have a very good team of fighters fighting today from Bahrain, starting with Hussein Abdallah from Bahrain, of course. He will be fighting a Brazilian athlete. We also have Naif Fikri and 3 other guys as well who are going to fight. It should be very exciting since the athletes have shown a very good level yesterday. 5 of them qualifying yesterday. We still have a long way to go in this week though. Today is merely the 2nd round, which means that if they win tomorrow, they will be qualified for the semi-finals in Thursday. They will be taking a break on Friday, which is brave, of course, and then the finals will be on Saturday. Make sure to get your tickets for Brave, still on sale. All right, it looks like we are moving on to the men's category, flyweight as well. We have a show-off between Azerbaijan and the US, United States. Sean Stebbins from the US and the red corner. And in the blue corner, we have Sanan Safarli from Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan are known for the very high-level wrestling, freestyle wrestling, but so are the United States. This should be very interesting indeed to see. You never know how these fights can go, especially at the amateur level. You could have, as they say, a diamond in the rough, a fighter who theoretically nobody's ever heard about, who could turn out to be the next great pro fighter. Can always be very surprising. You have to keep your eyes open. Fighters getting ready for the fight to enter the cage. This will be the 3rd fight of Cage 3. Here we go. Our athlete from Azerbaijan is coming in. Sanan in the blue corner. It seems that Sanan is wearing the golden rash guard shorts, which means that he is a veteran who has won a previous prestigious event by the IMMAF. Sean Stebbins from the United States is facing a previous champion. This should be a very interesting fight. Will Sanan be able to repeat his results in the 1st edition of the World Championship to be held in Bahrain? Find out in this next bout. Here's our American athlete, Sean Stebbins, getting ready to enter the cage. Honestly, this fight can go any way, so let's see. Very exciting bout indeed. Flyweight, gonna be expecting a lot of speed here. You see these lighter weight categories, they pack many more punches, but not as heavy. There we go, Sean shooting for a single leg takedown. That's that wrestling background right there. Stacked by Sanan from Azerbaijan. Look at that. All right. You can tell that Sanan is experienced with his cage management. He knows when to take his opponent to the cage or not, trying to shoot for a high crotch. Knee to the ribs. Sean now is managing his opponent against the cage, but it doesn't seem... Looks like Sean has been able to get the advantage. He is on top. He was able to best the veteran in his own wrestling. All right, Sean's behind him, trying to complete that takedown. See, the longer you stay in these single leg takedowns, the lower chance you have of completing them. It's very draining on the athlete that is attacking. But he's against the cage now, so let's see how well he's going to be able to defend. Oh, Sean takes him down. Takes him down. The advantage once again for Sean, the American. Mounting with less than 30 seconds left. Sanan managed to escape that mount attempt, but it seems that Sean is good enough here inside of the guard, doesn't try to finish the fight. Very confident that he did the best. He was the one to best his opponent in this round, mounting him again. Very good pressure from Sean Stebbins. You can tell that he's a very seasoned wrestler, knowing when to stop, knowing when to hold down his opponent. Very professional corner he has over there. They seem to be relaxed, composed, not to stress the athlete out. That was only the first round. We still have 2 more 3-minute rounds if the fight is not decided sooner. Fight can be decided either by submission, takedown, TKO, or disqualification. Then take his opponent's back. See, so long as he's facing his opponent, he keeps running the risk of getting taken down. But since he has that shoulder block, it doesn't seem that Sean is going to be able to take him down anytime soon. Though he's insisting. He is persistent. You see, it shows in moments like this how important an athlete's physical condition is. Sometimes it doesn't matter how technical they are, how knowledgeable they are, if they cannot sustain, if their body cannot sustain this much impact, this much strength. No. Down. Will he be able? Sean has mounted and he's out. Very explosive, our Azerbaijani friend over here. Another knee to the body. And a hook. It seems that in this fight, none of the opponents are very interested in striking. They're both grapplers, or more specifically, they're both wrestlers. You don't see a very high-level jiu-jitsu per se, but you can tell that their wrestling is excellent. The ring control is excellent. Both of them have excellent defenses. They're very entertaining to watch. It's almost like watching an Olympic wrestling match, which, by the way, I am a huge fan of. half guard. See, the legs are wide open. And it's a submission. Sean Stebbins was able to finish the match. Or no. My bad. My mistake. That was the end of the round. Sean has been controlling the fight very well, but Sanan has been defending and reversing the positions very well. I believe this next round will be the decisive one. Here we go as we begin the third and final round of this fight between the veteran and previous champion, Sanan from Azerbaijan and Sean from the United States. Sean is composed. Another takedown entry that was stomped by the Azerbaijani athlete. But the athlete will have to do better than just defenses if he wants to take this round and perhaps the fight. Excellent timing by both, actually. All right, not a lot of time for either athletes. The pressure seems to be on Sanan, our returning champion. He's doing very well. Seems like both opponents. Excellent takedown attempt by Sean. Sean has got the timing down to a science. But he just doesn't manage to keep Sanan down. Sanan is very explosive, and you can tell that he has excellent takedown defenses, wrestling background, most certainly. It was too far for that attempt. Gave his opponent too much of a gap to sprawl on him. Right. And yet another. He is insisting. But his opponent has very light hips. Manages to levitate very well. Will Sean change his strategy? If he wants to take him down, he needs to try something other than that double leg takedown, which Sanan has been able to anticipate time and time again. Excellent left hook. Here we go. Multiple exchanges between the two athletes, who seem to have switched it up a little bit to the striking. But Sean, nevertheless, relentless with his takedown attempts. Taking him down. It seems like insisting constantly. Finally broke his opponent. He is now in the side mount. His opponent has an attempt at a guillotine choke, but that is the end of the third round. Very high level fight by both athletes. Returning champion Sanan from Azerbaijan and Sean Stebbins from the US. It would seem that Sean has had the best of his opponent, but for that we will have to wait for the official decision from the referees here. This is a very well-balanced fight, but here, Sean Stebbins gets the official decision. He managed to control the fight very well for the most part. Though Sanan, the returning champion, had very good takedown defenses, but he didn't have any significant attempts of his own, and I believe that is what decided the fight for Sean. That was the third bout.
Dustin.
Thank you.
And now shortly entering cage number 1 in the blue corner representing Kazakhstan, Yernan. And his opponent in the red corner representing Sweden, Dennis. And now shortly in cage number 2, in the blue corner representing India, Basin, versus his opponent representing Ireland, in the red corner, Dylan Kennedy. Opponent.
This will be the fourth bout
The blue corner from
in the
Kazakhstan,
flyweight category.
Yerdan.
Flyweight category, by the way, is 125 pounds. For those of you who don't know, 125 pounds equals to just about 57, 56 and a half kilograms. Very lightweight. Coming up though, from a Bahraini athletes, we have Hussein Ayad, who is also a flyweight. However, I won't be commentating for that fight. He is on a different cage. Here we go. As we start, the blue corner, David Pajunen from Finland, and the red corner, Giacomo Santoro from Italy.
Cage number 1 from the flyweight division, the blue corner representing India, Shivan. And his opponent in the red corner representing Pakistan, Irfan Ahmed.
Here we go. Let's begin the fight. Italy versus Finland. Both European athletes, so should be very familiar with the IMAF setup, which is very prominent in Europe. Both athletes I think somewhat good takedown attempt by the Finnish athlete, trying to get that underhook properly to control his opponents. And almost a takedown. And he disengages. Good exchange. Oh, excellent high kick from the Finnish athlete, David. Body kick.
And the winner cage number 2, representing Ireland, Dylan Kennedy.
As we approach the end of the first round, athletes have been pretty even with their exchanges.
And now shortly entering cage number 2, the flyweight division.
Finnish athlete seems to be more fast-paced, while Giacomo from Italy seems to be composing himself, testing his opponent out, perhaps to make a better comeback in the second round. Both of them are trying to manage their distances. Though it seems that our Italian athlete has a slight reach advantage. That means that his arms are slightly longer, so he can reach him in an exchange faster. It's a very important advantage for MMA fighters and anybody with a striking sport like kickboxing, Muay Thai, or boxing. Which is showing, which is why he doesn't need to exert himself like his Finnish counterpart. He's gonna be there, right? I don't know. Is that match one?
What was this yesterday? The match one?
I think I was two. Oh, I hope it's here. Seemed like a very balanced exchange between the two athletes. The flyweight category. 125 pounds, just about 56.5 kilos. And here we go for the second round. All right, excellent. Excellent attempt. All right. Finnish athlete seems to be a lot faster though, even with the reach disadvantage. Excellent takedown attempt, but just too far away. And the Italian being taken down by the Finnish athlete. Armbar attempt, armbar. Here we go, very strong. Oh, and he's out. And a triangle. This seems to be a prominent grappler who has got his opponent trapped in a tight triangle. Will he be able to finish? It seems very tight. And we have a submission. Submission by the Italian athlete, Giacomo Santoro. Finished in the second round. Congratulations to Italy for their athlete passing to the next round. He will be fighting tomorrow. He is done for the day, my friends. Congratulations to Italy. Excellent showing, and congratulations to Finland.
And now shortly entering cage number 3, in the blue corner representing Belarus, Artsem, versus his opponent representing France, Moriu.
And we're back for the 5th round of this cage. It will be a bout between France and Belarus. Representing the blue corner from Belarus, Artsem Areshka. And in the red corner, the French, Moreu Florian. Fighters starting up. Our French athlete Moreo has him in a headlock. Not a submission quite yet, but perhaps if he gets an underhook, he could get an arm triangle or perhaps take his back. As it is now, he is holding his opponent off so that his opponent does not hit him with any strikes to the body or to the head. Seems that our Italian athlete is very confident with his guard. Doesn't seem in an uncomfortable position. And win. And it is on his opponent to take the greater risk if he wants to win the fight. Back in the close guard again. Will there be a submission attempt? Body triangle. Not necessarily a submission, which is why he needs to start attacking. Excellent grappling by Artsam, controlling his opponent entirely when he's on the ground. Showing his superiority when it comes to grappling. Seems that he has a good background, perhaps even in jiu-jitsu, wrestling. Not very big on the submission. And that's the end of the third round. Now, as we await the official decision from the referees, it has become apparent to me that the Belarusian athlete, Artsam Areshka, has had the advantage throughout the fight. He has been able to control the majority of the positions, the ground positions, even the striking. And Moreo Florian, for his part, has been able to defend very well. He's been able to escape the positions, but points are not awarded for escapes. Here we go with the official decision going to Artsam Areshka from Belarus. Congratulations to the good people of Belarus. He has moved on to the next round. He'll be fighting tomorrow in the quarterfinals. Congratulations, Artsam.
Shortly entering cage number 3, in the blue corner, representing Australia, Abzi, versus his opponent, representing the red corner from United Kingdom, Jack Kaur. And the winner in cage number 2, in the red corner representing Brazil, Carlos Viras.
Corner as well. Jonathan
And the winner in cage
trying
number
to get in
2,
close for an exchange.
representing
But it seems
Kazakhstan,
that Joel has a slight reach advantage, which helps fending his opponent off whenever they try to come in. Another takedown attempt, perfectly executed by Joe Arlanian. Fighter still fighting for that underhook. Joe pushing the pace over here. Body shot. Just to remind you, this fight is a featherweight bout, 145 pounds. If my maths don't deceive me, that is just around 68 kilograms.
Cage number 2, shortly the blue corner, representing Kazakhstan.
Very good job by both of the athletes at picking up the pace towards the end of this round. Let's see how and that is the end of this round. Let's see how this fight will conclude.
Red corner, Carlos.
Fighters getting ready for the third and decisive round. Just a reminder, since these are amateur fights, the rounds are 3-minute rounds. Three-minute rounds, 1 minute rest.
And the winner is cage number 1, representing France, 70 Fabian. And his opponent in the red corner, representing Belarus, Vitaly Andruhovich.
So far, Zabidi controlling the clinch. Vitaly looking for a hip toss, and Zabidi goes the other way with a beautiful throw, ending in side control. Now, Vitaly hasn't been able to do much from this. Goes the distance.
And now proceeding to cage number 3, in the blue corner, representing
Look at some of the replays from the fight. Nice jab. Bogdan swinging some big
and
hooks.
his opponent in the red corner, representing the United Kingdom, PK Saleh.
Eventually leading to the takedown. After Bogdan catches a kick. There we go. Immediate scramble here. Isolate the leg. Great job by Jose. Turning into the knee as Bogdan tries to recover and finishes the knee bar. Coming up next, bout number 12 in the lightweight division, 155 pounds. We have Kazakhstan versus the UK. Nimat Azadov versus PK Zadeh. We have bout number 15 In the welterweight division, Riyad Pandi from South Africa versus Isakov Isa from Belgium. Talking to his corner now.